What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy, CamATL, and welcome back to another video. Thank you guys for joining me as always for the Week 14 First Look Lineup video. As you guys know, in the beginning of the week, every week we build a First Look lineup together, and pretty much we just talk about the guys that we're putting in the First Look lineup. We don't go too in-depth with the slate until Friday after all of the week's news. Well, most of the week's news has come out. No reason to do a full slate breakdown in the beginning of the week when you have a lot of injury news and a lot of things that are going to change by the end of the week. So that's why we like to reserve the full slate breakdown by the end of the week and do the first look lineup to get you guys started in the beginning of the week. All right, so sit back, relax, make sure you drop a like down below in the comment section, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and comment down below who you think is going to be the highest scoring player on DraftKings this week and their point total for a chance at $100. Follow me on Twitter at cam_ATL, greenlightdfs.com to join the squad. We finally had a green Sunday, and then we won again last night, and then we're going again for the green tonight on the Tuesday slate. So super excited to just finally be heating up and getting this season together by the end of the season. But hey, leading into NBA, that's what we're looking for. So let's go ahead and get straight into this. All right, greenlightdfs.com. Here we go. Starting off at quarterback this week, I really love Ryan Tannehill. Jacksonville's secondary has been giving it up. What did I say last week? I said these Minnesota receivers against Jacksonville are definitely in play. Fantastic options, and they went out and absolutely destroyed. Adam Thielen, Justin Jefferson, these guys were fantastic options last week. And once again, Ryan Tannehill paired up with his receivers are going to be a fantastic option once again against Jacksonville. On top of that, the game being in Jacksonville, I feel like Jacksonville can keep this game competitive. Tennessee's defense has not been very good. Plain and simple, I think the game stays competitive. I think they completely take advantage of Jacksonville's secondary, and I'm really liking Tannehill to have a huge game here at this one. All right? At running back, Ezekiel Elliott going against Cincinnati. Now, I got a few things here, okay? First and foremost, I'm going to go ahead and say up front before we get to the defense position, I like Dallas's defense going against Cincinnati. Cincinnati's got their backup quarterback in. They're allowing the second highest amount of sacks in the league behind Philadelphia. Okay, so I'm expecting Dallas to pressure the quarterback and draw some turnovers in this one. And I think they're able to get the easy dub in this. With that being said, I like the chances for Ezekiel Elliott going against one of the league's worst rush defenses. I know Zeke has not been the usual Zeke that we're used to seeing, but at the end of the day, in this matchup, in a game where Dallas should be up and the game script should be run heavy, I'm expecting Zeke to run all over Cincinnati, and this will be his game where it's time for him to get right here. All right, he's going to struggle today against Baltimore, but this is his get right spot against Cincinnati in the Week 14. All right. Next running back that I really love is Aaron Jones. Now, you would be smoking crack if you think this game is not going to be Green Bay's way. Go Green Bay's way here. All right, Green Bay is a solid favorite going against Detroit. This game is in a dome. Aaron Jones is going to be a big part of the game script here in this one. I love Jones. I think he's going to get a ton of run on the ground. I think Green Bay wins this game easily. I think it's going to be a run-heavy script for Green Bay, and Aaron Jones is going to benefit big time going against a Detroit defense that has not been very good against the run either. So it's a fantastic spot for Aaron Jones. Same type of situation as Zeke. Both solid matchups, both in situations where I'm expecting them to be favored in a run-heavy game script. And, yeah. All right, wide receiver. Let's go ahead and who we're going to pair up with Tannehill. I'm going to go with Corey Davis because he's the cheaper between him and A.J. Brown, and he's in a fantastic spot here against Jacksonville going against Luke Barco. Barco has been targeted the most of this Jacksonville secondary, getting targeted almost over 28%. Really, the perimeter receivers are what you want for Tennessee. So if you want to go Tannehill, Corey Davis, and A.J. Brown, I will not fault you at all. Okay, I completely understand that. That's fine. If you go that route, you need to have a Jacksonville run back because you're predicting then that there's a lot of throwing here and that Jacksonville is able to keep it competitive. So I like run back. If you do go 3 of Tennessee and do go A.J. Brown as well, run it back with Jacksonville. All right, especially if Chenault admits again. I like Colin Johnson as a value for Jacksonville. He's been getting some good targets the last few games, 8 targets, 6 targets. He's a good option. Keelan Cole is a good option. James Robinson is pretty much all of their offense for Jacksonville. So just to give you some ideas. All right. Next up, another team that I'm expecting to be down big and do a ton of throwing is going to be the Jets. So I'm going to go Denzel Mims and I'm going to go Crowder. And honestly, I think it's sneaky to go to quarterback as well here because Seattle is going to dominate here. At home in Seattle, going against this Jets secondary, I mean, there is no chance, okay? At least there shouldn't be a chance, okay? Vegas has this as over a 10-point favorites for Seattle. They're big favorites. I'm expecting the Jets to be behind and do a ton of throwing. Expect a lot of Mims and Crowder in this one. I really love these two guys playing catch up, getting a lot of garbage time points. And at the end of the day, I mean, Crowder's 5'4", but this is a guy who's dropped over 20 bombs multiple times. Denzel Mims is only 4'1". Seems like an incredible value against a bad Seattle secondary playing catch up from behind majority of this game. So I really like those two guys playing catch up with that game script. Tight end, speaking of game script, Miami's defense has been fantastic this year, but Jasicki is obviously Tua's favorite target, and he is going to benefit here. I get it, Devontae Parker got ejected last game, and that might have helped Jasicki a bit, but at the end of the day, Jasicki going against Kansas City here in a game where Miami should be behind at home in Miami. I really like this situation here, trying to play catch up, trying to keep up here. Tua loves to go to his tight end, so Jasicki at 4-5 playing catch up at home. I really like him as well. At the flex spot, I love Austin Eckler this week, man. A lot of people were on Eckler last week, and I completely get it. It was a good spot for him. This week, it's even better. Going against an Atlanta squad that struggles against pass-catching backs. This game is at home in Los Angeles. This game is a very intriguing game to me. Okay, I was very close to going Herbert, Keenan Allen, and Eckler and just locking them in and figuring the rest out. Okay, which I'm still completely fine with doing. Herbert, Allen, and Eckler is a fantastic high upside stack this week. The problem is figuring out what side of that Atlanta to run it back with, and it's just hard to figure out. You just don't know. I mean, Ridley or Julio or what? Gage, what? So I really love Eckler though in this spot at home in Los Angeles going against Atlanta. Fantastic spot for him. And then last but not least, I already talked about it. I love the Cowboys D at 2-4. I mean, come on. Cowboys defense isn't good. Okay, in no means am I saying they're good, but they have some decent defensive linemen that can create pressure on a quarterback. On top of that, Cincinnati's been giving up the second highest amount of sacks right behind Philadelphia. So at the end of the day, Cowboys should get some pressure on this Cincinnati backup. Should cause him to cause some turnovers. I'm expecting Dallas to win this game and be up. Cincinnati will have to throw. That is going to cause some issues. Dallas Cowboys could possibly get a defensive touchdown here. I'm thinking they're going to have a great game here in this one. All right, so Zeke and Cowboys pairing, I really love that. And that's it. I mean, pretty much, let's go step by step and let's go through this. Obviously, there's other players on this slate that we'll break down on Friday that are in fantastic spots. But for right now, let's talk about this first look. Let's go through it. Ryan Tannehill going against Jacksonville. Jacksonville's secondary is atrocious. So immediately it sticks out to me. I want the pass game in this one. Tannehill's only 6'7". Seems like a deal here, especially with the way that I think they're going to succeed in this pass game here. I think Jacksonville, being at home in Jacksonville, is able to keep this within a touchdown all game, which will keep the script nice and, balanced. So Ryan Tannehill, I absolutely love because of that. Ezekiel Elliott and Aaron Jones, I like them for similar reasons. Both guys I'm expecting to be up in their games, causing a run-heavy game script. Both of them are against defenses who are bad against the run. Ezekiel Elliott is only 6'6" because he's had a sorry season, but I'm expecting 20 or more DraftKings points out of Zeke, and I'm expecting a big possible game out of Aaron Jones against Detroit in a dome. Corey Davis, same reason I like Tannehill. Solid matchup against Jacksonville. Going to be individually matched up with Luke Barco, one of the worst cornerbacks in the entire league. When it comes to this Jacksonville secondary, they're bad. They're horrible, right? But the main weak link is Luke Barco, and he is getting targeted over 28% of the time. So expect a lot of passes to go Corey Davis's way on that side of the field. Absolutely love him in this matchup paired up with Tannehill. Denzel Mims and Jay Crowder are solely game script plays. Plain and simple. This is going to be a pass-heavy game script for the New York Jets, okay? Plain and simple. There's no way they're going to be able to get up and run the ball. They're going against Seattle. Seattle are huge favorites, and I completely agree. In Seattle, Seattle is going to dominate them, especially after that embarrassing performance against the Giants. Expect Seattle to really run up some points here, and Denzel Mims and Jay Crowder get involved in a huge way, trying to play catch up against Seattle in some garbage time big plays against that bad Seattle secondary. Mike Gesicki for Miami. Also, Miami's defense has been great, I understand, but this is still a Kansas City offense. That is the Kansas City offense, and I do expect Kansas City to get up by over a touchdown, and Miami have to throw a lot. Finally, we're going to see Tua air the ball out a ton. He finally threw the ball well last week, threw for almost 300 yards. Had a solid game. I'm expecting him to be forced to do a lot through the air as well again. And Mike Gesicki is one of his favorite targets. So, and I'm expecting for the situation also with Gesicki, the reason I like him is because I'm expecting Devontae Parker to possibly have a bit of a tough time in his matchup against Rashad Breeland. Breeland has been doing a fantastic job this year, only allowing 0.18 fantasy points per route ran as a cornerback. So he's been doing a fantastic job. He's going to see a lot of Devontae Parker. So I'm worried about Parker a little bit in that aspect. And with that being said, the other guys are the guys you want to target. So Gesicki could really stick out here with Parker struggling in his matchup. All right. Then Austin Eckler at home in Los Angeles going against Atlanta. I don't have to explain this much. This Charger offense, a lot of these guys are in play. Justin Herbert, Keenan Allen, Eckler, all in play. The only thing is, though, if you do 3-stack those guys, which I do love in GPP, Herbert, Allen, and Eckler, love it. You need to run it back with Atlanta. You need to run it back with Julio. You need to run it back with Ridley or something, or Gage. Okay, but you need to run it back with one of those three guys because plain and simple, that's just how it needs to go. If you're stacking 3 from one side, you need to stack the other side at least once. All right, so Austin Eckler in this situation, I love him against Atlanta. And then the Cowboys D, in my humble opinion, it's the beginning of the week, but damn, I get Dallas defense sucks, but this Cincinnati offense is not good. They're on their backup quarterback, and they allow the second highest sacks behind Philly. Expect these Dallas defensive ends to put some pressure on this guy. Expect Dallas to get up in this game. I get they haven't been the Dallas we're used to, but they should be able to get up in this one. And Cincinnati have to throw and possibly make some mistakes here in this one. So I really like the Dallas defense at 2-4 as a punt D this week. It really sticks out to me as a solid position for them. And that's it, y'all. So good luck. GreenlightDFS.com. Join the squad. Thank you guys, as always, for watching. Drop a like, subscribe to the channel. Comment who you think is going to be the highest scorer down below. If you want to get involved into the Tuesday night game in Week 14, you can go ahead and hit up GreenlightDFS.com right now, and you will have today's Tuesday game involved in your Week 14 membership. All right, it'll be a part of Week 14. So let's get this money. Let's keep smashing, and I'm out. Peace.